Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of From the Ground Up, Real-Time Issues and Real-Time Solutions for MWBEs, sponsored by Queen Strategy Partners, Danielle Douglas, Nicole Valentine, Esquire, and myself, Dr. Stacie N.C. Grant. We appreciate that you have been tuning in for our first season of From the Ground Up. We have moved in the fourth quarter to every other week, so we appreciate you also making note of our schedule. And today we're excited because it's already the month of October, and we started this show as an opportunity for us to stay connected with each of you as we're going through this unprecedented 2020. But as we go through, we knew that we wanted to provide those solutions in real time for all of the MWBEs like us who understand that we had to make pivots, we had to make changes and adjustments so that our businesses could survive, so that we could provide our services and our products to the marketplace and add value. So it's a joy for us to show as Queen Strategy Partners what collaboration looks like. 3 independent business owners coming together, women might I add, who run the world, and allow us an opportunity to sharpen our skills and sharpen what we do together to be able to create these solutions for each of you. So we want to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank you for following our YouTube channel. We want to thank you for engaging in conversations when we're live. And good morning, Mecca. We appreciate you tuning in. And we're excited to hear what you've done with the information that we've been sharing with you all these months. But today I'm so excited. I'm always excited to introduce my beautiful dynamic co-host. It's still our birthday season. So, pardon us if we keep celebrating throughout the rest of Libra season. But today I'm introducing her with extra joy because she has a major event that is coming up this Thursday, October 15th. You'll hear more information about it. But I really want you to share the broadcast now. Post it on your page, share it out, because I guarantee you what you're going to hear about today is a game changer. It's going to set you up in the fourth quarter to really understand how to move to thrive mode and not just be overwhelmed by what we see happening in the media, because money is still being made, businesses are still starting and growing, and Black businesses need to focus in on what is essential to build their capacity to survive. So without further ado, I'm just so excited about today's show. I want to introduce the beautiful, the dynamic Danielle Douglas.
Well, thank you as always, Ms. Dr. Stacie N.C. Grant, for that, wonderful introduction. I am so excited about today as well. And I've been working feverishly in planning this one-day virtual event, the Black Business Owners Forum, Primed4Success. And as you said, Stacie, it really has been a labor of love in the sense that just like we started from the ground up and we wanted to provide real-time solutions for real-time issues, in that same spirit, I felt the calling to have this event, the Black Business Owners Forum 2020 Primed4Success. We talk about NWBEs all the time and building their capacity. And we know that there's a disparity within a disparity, and that only approximately 2% of Black businesses are getting access. Well, they're getting access to the contracts, but they're not being awarded the contracts. That's a huge issue. And so I wanted this event to really address, one, building the capacity of Black businesses, Black business enterprises. 2, for them to be able to connect with one another, to build their capacity in collaboration, as we do. We are a model of that, Queen Strategy Partners. And 3, for them to have access to resources. Those were the 3 main objectives that I wanted to make sure that we address during the Black Business Owners Forum 2020 Primed4Success.
Yes, indeed. And what's so important about what you said, Danielle, is a lot of people are still confused. They're in a fog. They're nervous. They're unsure. And you're providing some stabilization. Do not panic, because if you panic, you can't pivot. And you're giving in this Black Business Forum an opportunity for businesses to take a look at what is really available in real time, apply it now, and be able to see the transformation that they desire. That is so powerful with what we're seeing, because you have two choices: see the glass half full or half empty. And we know that we're both people of faith who understand that there's always opportunity. Once there's hope, there's opportunity. I'm not giving up, and we're not going to give up on any of our small business owners and MWBEs, because we have the solutions, we have the products, we have the services that'll provide the answers in the marketplace. But you also have to put everything in order. And Danielle is a big order person, honey. She got to have every I dotted and T crossed. So I promise you that every detail with love has been thought about for this experience. So good morning, Alexis. Love this show. Up to stumble. Oh, I'm so glad that you are stumbling in. Welcome. And Mecca, thank you for that. And we have two guests here.
Yes.
In two different capacities.
Yes.
Okay, dear. Yeah, I was just saying, I am thrilled that we have Kamau Austin, who has made a decision to be a part of this event. He is a business owner. He is one of the individuals that this conference is for, moving your business to the next level, seeing how you can take certain resources and collaborate. I think that is such an important part of understanding success in business. If you try to do it by yourself, good luck. You'll probably get there eventually. But if you learn to collaborate and work with people who have a certain skill set and capacity, it helps you to grow and move faster. And we have Nancy Lee with us, who's one of the partners. She saw the vision. She understands the kind of caliber of work that Danielle Douglas does in her company, Inspired to Vision. And she heard about the vision for Primed4Success and said, count me in. So they're going to talk from their own mouth. I'm just going to show you the website where you can go to get that information and register today. This is not one of those, I think I should go, maybe this will be good. This is, you can't afford not to miss this opportunity, because those who take advantage of Primed4Success, I guarantee you're going to have a whole different story come the end of this fourth quarter. So I'm going to let Danielle introduce Nancy Lee first, because it means a lot. And from someone who produces events as well, it means a tremendous amount when somebody sees your vision and they sign on early to participate and advance it forward so that you can reach the audience that you need to reach. So Danielle, over to you.
You know, Stacie, I keep saying, like, we are kindred spirits. Like, what can I say after that? I mean, that was such a great introduction. But what I will add just a little bit, and what I will say is that, you know, we talk about business owners pivoting. I have such respect for Enterprise, and that is a nonprofit organization that Nancy Lee is a part of. Because when we speak about COVID-19 and we speak about pivoting as even small business owners, I can tell you this is one nonprofit organization that is constantly pivoting. They are flexible, and they are really about impacting minority women business enterprises. I have had the opportunity to work with them in regards to bringing the Streetwise MBA program right here in Southeast Queens. As a result of COVID-19, they started a new program, Enterprise Strong. I said to them, hey, that's for alumni business owners that have gone through the program. Why don't we bring it to Queens for businesses, local businesses in our community? They said, Danielle, let's make it happen. And it happened. I called them up again. I said, hey, I want to do this virtual event, the Black Business Owners Forum. They were so excited about it. They're like, we're on board. And the rest is history. So I want to say, on behalf of Enterprise or myself, thank you, Nancy, for representing Enterprise and being a true partner and bringing this one-day virtual event, the Black Business Owners Forum, to fruition. So I appreciate that.
Thank you, Danielle. Thank you. It is an honor to work with you. You and and Enterprise are kindred spirits. Like we at Enterprise, we are about bringing solutions to small business owners, especially those who are people of color and who live in lower wealth communities. That's our mission. Our mission is to create, is to stimulate economic development that's powered by small business owners. As far as the forum and the work, it's so mission aligned with what we do. As Danielle mentioned, we have our flagship program is a 7-month capacity building program for small business owners that covers, it's called the Streetwise MBA. And so we strip it down. It is all applied. It is all practical. We use live cases. So when you go through this 7-month program, you are using your own business as an example, and you work on a growth plan. That's what you walk away with. As Danielle said, we're about solutions oriented. We're about introducing networks for Black business owners through the forum, through the Black Business Enterprise Council that Danielle has put together, and we'll talk more about that later. But at Enterprise, again, kindred spirits, right? You take our class, you always leave with something, whether it's a Streetwise MBA or Enterprise Strong, which is a 1-week kind of in a moment of crisis. What is your pivot plan? So you walk away with a 90-day action plan to make a pivot in these times of COVID. You are part of our network. Enterprise has a network of over 7,000 alumni, hundreds of instructors and subject matter experts. And we're so honored to be partnering with this effort because it's expanding our network, strengthening our networks together.
And Nancy,
yes, please.
I'm sorry. I was going to ask you, can you kind of just, we just want to tease it, give them just enough for them to get excited about it. But Enterprise will actually be an integral part of one particular panel, and Bernard Johnson will be moderating that panel. So, we could kind of touch upon that a little bit.
Sure. So the panel at the forum is about procurement. It's about how do we make changes in the procurement system to create opportunity for Black businesses. So in our program, in the Streetwise MBA, we say that for those companies who want to pursue contracting, procurement is a great way to grow because it's B2B, which is more reliable and more consistent than consumer. And so it is a great way to grow your business. But there are obstacles, and the panel and the forum will be talking about solutions, right? I've been to plenty of forums and conferences where, the talk is very conceptual, but this is not going to be the case. Business owners who come to this forum will be able to walk away with ideas that they can implement right away to increase their success in contracting.
I'm sorry, Stacie, I was going to say, I actually try to be very thoughtful and intentional about the sessions that will be taking place, because as a business owner, I know the issues that I face and the obstacles and trying to navigate that. And so I really thought with the things that I have issues with, I'm sure other business owners have issues with. And so I really wanted to make sure that business owners left this forum with real time to take from the ground up, real time solutions that they can really apply to their own business,
Absolutely. Yeah. And Alexis, I just put the link to the conference in the chat so you can click and support the event. We appreciate you wanting to support and share it with other business owners. And you're our audience, you're a fellow business owner. We're in this together. And I love what Streetwise, MBA, Enterprise, the whole synergy between the conference and the work, because you're talking about procurement. If you're MWBE, that is something that should tickle your fancy on a consistent basis, because we're not in this just to say we are MWBE certified. We need the money. So the procurement conversation helps you understand how to get to the money, How do you negotiate? How do you build the relationships? A lot of people sometimes get frustrated. And I love that Danielle is answering this frustration with, I'm certified, but I still haven't gotten a contract, or I haven't been able to get the level of contract that I desire. I'm telling you, this you want to attend because it's going to be broken down. It's not just theory. Danielle is not doing the Black Business Forum 2020 for us to pontificate and act like very intelligent MWBEs. It's about getting the information in real time so that you can transfer that into dollars. You can catch our replays. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Our replays of this show is on YouTube, Queen Strategy. Go ahead and subscribe, and we're going to be customizing that channel. But as you just do a search from the ground up, it'll pop up all over YouTube. So Nancy, before we go to Kamau, who actually registered for the conference, there's so much in the vision of what Enterprise does. Can you just share just a little tidbit about why this was started and all these partners? I mean, this is not just a local, initiative. This is global.
Yes. So there is a lot going on in New York, and there's a lot to be learned. What we want to be able to do at Enterprise and through this forum is to identify what works, right? As you mentioned, certification is just one step in becoming a successful contractor. So what works? Like, what are the pitfalls, and how can we use them to turn those challenges into assets, right? Into benefits. So I think the vision here, just like with the programming at Enterprise, it's helping the business owner change their mindset, right? A crisis is an opportunity to pivot. Working in your business day to day is not the best use of the business owner's time. The business owner should be thinking about growth. They should be thinking about strategy. And so this is also changing that of the business owner to work, to concentrate on growth, to look at a pivot, to look at the strengths of partnering, of joint ventures. It's sometimes business owners feel like it's not, it may be a sign of weakness to say, hey, I need to partner with somebody so that we can bid on a larger contract. I need to complement my skill set. But in reality, that's actually a strength. And so these are some of these practical things. It's partly changing one's mindset, and it's partly learning what the strategies are. And being that the forum is so directed to procurement, it's so directed to business owners who need these kind of know-how the most, right? These tactics, that it was, again, such a mission alignment, and it promotes, like, together, right? It promotes our mission as well as Danielle's mission.
Absolutely. And, I applaud that, because sometimes we don't see the vision. We don't see the opportunity in collaboration, or we think it's competition. And we tell everybody it's not about competition. It's about collaboration. It's about complementing the strengths of each other. That's what Queen Strategy Partners is all about. We complement each other because of our backgrounds, our years of experience, our interactions. It helps to bring more value to the clients that we serve. And Black Business Forum 2020 is going to do the same thing for those who register and invest in the opportunity to get this information. So Nancy, stand by, because I want to get into Kamau. He actually registered for this conference. He saw the vision. He said, yes, sign me up. I want to know why. Kamau, tell us a little bit about you and what made you say yes to the Black Business Forum 2020.
Well, I'm the owner of Scoop Publications, and we publish a number of news blogs. And in that regard, I do a lot of reading and studying of businesses, working with businesses and studying businesses. And I noticed that a lot of the very successful Black businesses are businesses that have gotten or get a good amount of government, municipal contracts that tends to take their business to the next level, like Worldwide Technologies, which does about $10 billion, our largest Black company. It gets a lot of corporate contracts. It gets a lot of government contracts. A lot of, if you look at the BE 100, a lot of those businesses, you'd find out they're getting large, either government or corporate contracts. So I knew that, to get your business to a solid 6-7 figure business, getting contracts was the way to go. That's number one. Number two, I was very impressed with the Queen Strategy Partners as far as the information that you were putting out. I noticed that there was a scarcity of really good information for Black and minority businesses on YouTube and online as far as growing their capacity and their systems to be able to get sizable contracts. There are other types of things, but to actually develop your business, and to grow it to a size where it can get some lucrative and substantial contracts, there's not a lot of information out there. And I noticed that with the information that you were doing, it was really giving me an inside track to really what people are looking for when they're looking to hire MBEs and Black businesses for these contracts. It was very no nonsense. It was very, to some extent, some of it was very sobering. You see where you're lacking and the things that you really need to do to take your business to the next level. So I was really impressed. And, when I have spare time, I make sure that I listen to, sessions that I didn't hear and things like that. I mean, really good information on how to get, business loans, which, being in business and working with a lot of Black businesses, I know getting access to capital is difficult. How do you get business credit? How do you partner with other people? Because I'm of the mindset of being in business so long, you don't want to just give yourself a job or work in your business. You want to be able to work on your business, and you want to be able to partner with other people who have strong synergistic skill sets. So I was just blown away with all the free content, because I don't know anybody else that's giving the kind of free content that you're giving out there. That, most of them, they give you a little bit and say, go here, go there. But it was excellent content, and I learned a lot, and it helped me to grow in my perspective. And the third thing is that, I realized by talking to some of my clients, I have some clients that actually call me and say, Kamau, I'm getting 15 calls an hour. We're going to have to cut back some of the promotion you're doing. And they would tell me, that they are, making millions of dollars in real estate or tax, or I helped build a jazz club in the area with promotion, a lot of different businesses. And I realized that I was making millions and millions of dollars for other people. And when I work closely with these businesses, I see that they have systems in place and they have much more capacity than I have. So I said to myself, I really need to work with persons like Dr. Grant and also Danielle, and really find out what these major corporations are looking for, and what some of these government and municipal entities are looking for, and go after some of these contracts so I can take my business to the next level.
I love that. Thank you, Kamau. I know Danielle has something to add to that as well. I just want to thank Alexis. She went to the site and she's going to register and share it out. We appreciate you. And I know Mecca, Michelle, you've asked how you can register. I'm going to put the link in again. Just check the chat. You'll see the link to the conference, and we're going to continue talking about it. But over to you, Danielle.
No, I just first of all, I want to say thank you so much, Alexis, for you deciding to join us on Thursday. And I just hope that we meet and exceed your expectations and you get out of it what you want. And I want to say to Kamau, thank you for really saying how we set the platform for you deciding to even come to the Black Business Owners Forum, because you're right. We have had this mission Queen Strategy Partners to really provide key information to NWBEs that they could use. And that's why we call it real-time solutions for real-time issues. I just took it to another level in multiple ways. And that is one, because I do think that there is this disparity within disparity of even under the umbrella of NWBEs that, again, Black business owners really need to be able to, one, have the capacity that they need, and two, that we address the systemic disparities so that we can get access to those contracts. So hopefully the Black Business Owners Forum will be a marriage of those two, to deal with some of the practical skills that we need as Black business owners, but also to begin to address some of the systemic disparities that is related to why we are not actually getting the contracts that we are deserving of getting.
Absolutely. And I think it's part of the other broader conversation that we know we hear a lot, Danielle, that, oh, they're not enough qualified MWBEs. They don't have the capacity to do these jobs. And, you know, the truth of the matter is there have been a lot of families who have benefited quietly with being independently wealthy as a result of having government contracts. And Black and brown people have not participated at that same level. And this conference is giving us an opportunity to take away all the mystique. There's no mystique. It's just a ton of paperwork that you can navigate through, because that's also, I feel, a part of what can distract folks. I'll speak for myself because that's not my anointing, knowing all that paperwork, but it's worth it if it's going to get you in position to be able to be a part of these sorts of procurements and be contract ready. So if you come to the Black Business Forum 2020, you put yourself in a position where you can be found as a qualified MWBE, that you can build the capacity that you need, and no one can say that, oh, there's no one who can fill this contract that's an MWBE, so I have to go to a majority firm that has been receiving these contracts year in and year out. Things have to change, and Primed4Success is going to make sure that it changes. So Nancy, I see you. I feel like you want to add something there. I can feel your spirit, girl. Go ahead and tell us, Nancy, what do you say?
Well, no, it's absolutely true. And the work at Interrise, and I think, you know, the work here is for us all to ask ourselves, you know, what are our own implicit biases around contracting, right? Like this thought of, you know, minority-owned firms are too small, they don't deliver, right? This is some old learning that people hold. And it's the same thing with business owners too, right? I'm certified, why am I not getting these contracts? That's only one piece of it, right? Like, to what Kamau said, you have to have business systems, right? You have to be able to navigate the procurement system, to make relationships, to be able to do the paperwork, which can be very onerous. I mean, there's no doubt. But we all have a role here, and these are all like old learnings, right? These are biases. These are implicit biases that we all hold that we need to recognize and shed. And that's part of the how Interrise addresses procurement. You know, we have a program that we call LEAP, called Leadership in Equitable Anchor Procurement. And the first thing that we do when we work with stakeholders, whether they're on the procurement side, or the small business side, or the capital side, is what are your biases? What are these old beliefs that you're holding on to? And let's examine them and let's move beyond them, right? How can we leverage those challenges to become successes? And so I think that's what we need to do, right? That's how we're going to move the system to a point where we can get Black business owners to be in parity, right? To be on par with other minority groups as far as supplier diversity and contracting is concerned.
I'm so glad that you said that, Nancy, because a lot of times we don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. It's the reality. Like, hello, somebody. It's 2020. We've seen everything which way from this side of the earth to that side of the earth happen, unprecedented. We're dealing in all sorts of things that we haven't seen. I think one lesson we can learn from this experience, tell the truth, call a thing a thing. And Primed4Success is calling out what is needed for Black business owners to be successful. We're not saying we don't want everybody else to be successful, but we have not had the same opportunities to participate in the dream of being able to procure these contracts that can literally change the trajectory of an entire family. One contract can change the trajectory of a business. It can create legacy in the community. And that's why I'm so excited about Black Business Owners Forum 2020, because it really will prime you for success. This is what we're looking for, to come out of all the lessons learned. Some of them have been very difficult and painful. And I feel the way we honor those lessons and even the lives that we've lost in this year is by how we live. And Primed4Success is allowing Black businesses to thrive in spite of what we see, learn the information, hear it from the experts. I mean, the lineup in this conference is crazy. Let me just show you a little bit about the speakers who are participating in the conference. I mean, you have Rich Alvarez, Carlos Bannister. Like, if you are in business working on government contracts, like, and you don't know the who's who of who's who that's here for Primed4Success, you better go Google them quick. Get on the website now. Dr. Gerard Brachel. These are people that are working on multi-million and billion-dollar opportunities. This is not just, oh, okay, somebody from down the block is just going to talk to you about their business. We have the commissioner for New York City Small Business. We have Woe Coaxum. I mean, come on, everybody. Bernard Johnson, Joe Dudley, Carl Peters, Anthony Peterson. I mean, it goes on and on. I need you to go to the website. Some of you are asking, how do I get to the website? You saw it on the link. If you're catching it, you're like, Dr. Stacie, I'm watching this on my phone in the car. What's the website? If you go to Hoover, it's one of the online platforms for virtual conferences. It's WHOVA. That's WHOVA.com/web/black1_202008. I know that's a lot, but if you go to Inspire to Vision, you'll also get directed to the direct site for the conference, because this is how we're doing business now virtually. This was a pivot for some of these online platforms to now host these conferences that would have been in person. Danielle and I both love people, so I'm sure she would have loved to hug all of you and have you in person for Black Business Owners Forum 2020, but the coronavirus, the Rona is roaming. COVID-19 has not disappeared, so we have to be very conscious about how we gather and what we do. So she has created a whole virtual experience that gets you the same information that you would have had in person. And the value of this is incredible. So you want to go to the website now and register before she closes registration. She wants to make sure that everything is prepared. Danielle is a stickler for detail. She does not deal with last minute situations. With me, I might give you a little, okay, girl, you could come in. No, Danielle don't play that. So you want to make sure that you register early and secure your seat for this event, because she has a lot of information that is being given. You have a virtual swag that you're going to get downloads and additional information. This is not just talk. This is actual, factual, tangible information that is going to shift and change the trajectory of your business. And if you're not an MWBE, it's okay. You still want to register, because I guarantee you, you're going to make sure you're certified by the time you complete this conference this Thursday, October 15th. Kamau, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, I think that people should definitely take advantage of this opportunity. I'm excited about it. And there's just so much opportunity out there if we just expand our horizon and go for it,
Absolutely. And Danielle, I know you want to thank your sponsors who signed on to be a part of it and to work with getting the word out. And these are people who are in the middle of multi-billion-dollar work. They're doing it. This is not just, oh, it would be nice if we could. No, they're doing it. And they're looking for qualified MWBEs and small businesses that they can work with. So shout out to List NYC, McKissick, New York City Small Business Services, BNYC, Columbia University, Penda Aiken Inc. The agenda. Let's get into the agenda. Danielle, let's just break down what's going to happen for the day. And this is all in one day. So you got to eat your Wheaties, get your rest, because it's going to be a fire hose of information that's going to get you through the day. So let's break down the agenda, Danielle.
Yes, well, I'm starting off, right, because I want to welcome all you folks to the event and say thank you so much for taking time out of all of our busy schedules to get this information. So, I'll be doing that. And then we have the commissioner of the Department of Small Business Services, Danielle Douglas. He will be doing greetings. And then we were able to secure Dr. Gerard Bushell. I mean, he is one of the investment partners for Terminal 1 for the JFK redevelopment project. And so we are really excited about having him as one of our keynote speakers. And then we have the ladies of Queen Strategy Partners, myself, Dr. Stacie N.C. Grant, and our other partner, Miss Nicole Valentine, Esquire, talking about collaboration and the power of joint venturing and how you can utilize that as a tool and leverage it to take your business to another level. And then I can't say enough about the moderator. We will have Miss Valerie White moderating not only our panel, but she'll also be, and she's the executive director of LISC NYC. If you folks have been thinking about grants in this time of COVID-19, then LISC in general, as well as LISC NYC, has been a critical organization in regards to disseminating grants to minority businesses during this time. Then we have access to capital, and we have Wole Colson as well as Blondell Pinnock, who is actually the Chief Operating Officer for Greater Jamaica Development Corp., which is right here in Southeast Queens. They will be the panelists for the Access to Capital session. And then we have how to respond competitively to an RFP and still make a profit, because we know firsthand as partners that this is something we are always talking about when we go for contracts. What does pricing look like? And so, in speaking to vendors as well as from our own personal experience, I thought it was really important that Black business enterprises really understand how important it is to price your goods and services properly. You can either underprice and then you don't make any money, or you overprice and you knock yourself out of the opportunity because you overprice. So you got to have that sweet spot. And then we have our very own panel that Bernard Johnson from Enterprise will be moderating, and it will be talking about equitable procurement. We have phenomenal panelists. We have Dr. Eleanor Ramsey, who's been a very, very integral part in regards to the disparity studies, as well as we'll be having others such as Dr. Tanya Pope from Columbia University. We have Mr. Carl Peters, who's right here with the Port Authority. We've had him on a guest of this show. We have Carlos Bannister, who's now the Chief Diversity Officer of the Department of Transportation. And I feel like I'm missing somebody, Nancy. Who am I missing?
No, that's your confirmed panelists. I mean, I know we have a few in the wings. I don't know if you want to tease that, but and then we have I'm sure the ladies have heard of Dudley Hair Products. We have Joe Dudley from Dudley Hair Products to do the final keynote. So we have 2 keynote speakers, and then we're going to have the resource rooms. And the resource rooms, we have our partners, MTA, we have the Department of Small Business Services, we have Empire State Development, we have Mr. Joe Dudley, as well as, I never say it right, Alacrity
They will be part of the resource rooms as well. And then we also have VIP opportunity lounges. So we got like one more spot for Columbia to have a one-on-one with Columbia University Facilities and Operations if you really want to know more about their projects, as well as the Department of Transportation as well. They have projects as well going on. So you can have an opportunity to sit down with those folks one-on-one for the VIP opportunity lounges. So I know that was a mouthful, but that's the agenda.
Hold on, Danielle. Like, you just wore me out.
Yes.
To the agenda for the day. Like, all of this is happening on Thursday. I don't think people caught it. I need to pause, rewind. On top of the agenda, you are having VIP opportunities for people to actually talk to the decision makers at Department of Transportation, Columbia.
Yes. Yep.
And Small Business Services. Are you serious? Like, to have that one-on-one time to really walk through the opportunities that are available and ready your business to actually sign a contract? Is that what I heard?
That's what you heard from the Department of Transportation and Columbia. And yes, we were very intentional about that because right now during COVID-19, there's a lot of projects that have been shut down. But these are projects that are still happening now. And then we also, again, have those resource rooms for you to connect with Empire State Development, again, the Department of Small Business Services, MTA, because guess what, folks? The doors will be opening, if not now, in the future, the doors will be opening. And again, we're trying to prime you for success, for opportunities now, today, but also opportunities for tomorrow.
So wait, I just, my mind is blown. Like, I paid attention to part of the agenda. So it's my sister. So I'm showing up. I'm doing what I need to do for Queen Strategy. I'm there. But wait, did you all catch this? Like, Kamau, do you see what's going down at this conference? You're going to get how to respond competitively. So there's a way, because you can send in an RFP and it doesn't make it anywhere. It like sits on somebody's desk. That's like, saying a prayer. Some of the prayers can't pass the clouds, right? It don't go all the way up. So you can fill out an RFP and it doesn't really get to a decision maker or get you the money. This conference is giving you the information to actually get your RFP seen and followed up on. I mean, there's so many pieces of this that the dollar value is ridiculous. Like, what people pay in private consultation to get this information, Danielle has put together in one full comprehensive agenda to prime you for success. This is wow.
And Stacie, I got to say this also, because this is very important. In regards to that particular session, how to respond competitively on an RFP and still make a profit, is we have 3 sessions happening simultaneously. We broke it down. So if you're a construction business owner, you go into that session with Rich Alvarez from Turner Construction. If you are an architect or engineer, professional services, you go into the session with Alexandra Chancey from DAC. If you are a consultant like us, community engagement, accountant, a lawyer, Indian chief, then you go into the session with Anthony Peterson from Crescent Consulting. So we even try to peel back the onion and not just do one overall session for how to respond competitively to an RFP, but we broke it down because how you price your services as a construction business owner is completely different how you price your services as a professional services.
That just speaks to who you are. Yes, I'm biased because I love you, but I just know how you operate, right? And what Nancy was talking about in the like missions, in the collaboration with Enterprise and Streetwise MBA, because you get it. Danielle, you have given everybody everything that they need. You took into consideration that it's not cookie cutter depending on the kind of business that you have. So there's a different way to respond. So once again, if you have not gone to the website, if you didn't see the link here in the show, I want you to remember how to get there. So if you're hearing my voice, WHOVA.com. Hoover, I believe is the way they pronounce it.
Yes.
It's one of the virtual platforms that are being used for conferences like this. You want to go to that site. You can probably just do a search for Black business owners in the general search, but specifically go to the link Hoover, WHOVA.com/web/ then /Black1_2020 08. So I've put it in the chat for those of you who are watching live, those of you catching the replay. You see scrolling across our screen is Danielle's business site, Inspire to Vision. You'll also be able to click through to the conference link from her homepage for her company, Inspire to Vision. So go do it now, like while we're on live, and register. And I want to also give Kamau an opportunity. Kamau, you do promotion, you do advertising, you do internet marketing for your clients. You're clearly been able to get testimonials of the millions of dollars that you've been able to generate for your clients through your promotion. What is it that you want to take out of this experience? You told us why you were attracted to coming, because you realized, hold up, I'm making a whole lot of money for a whole lot of people, but some of that's not circulating back to my bank account. So what is it that you desire to take away from this Black Business Forum 2020 Prime for Success?
Well, I'm looking to find out exactly what I need to bring to the table so I can get some of the, the government contracts to diversify, my income. I do pretty well by small businesses now, but I would like to get into the space where I'm getting more, larger contracts for my business and looking to expand. So this looks like an excellent event, and Danielle, it's like she's over delivering as usual. And I'm very excited about being there, and it's very impressive how Danielle not only just put together something for information, but she put together something where you can actually not only network, but learn what people are looking for and bid on some contracts, get on people's radar. So that's what I'm looking to do.
Well, I just got word. Mecca said VIP is sold out. I tried to warn you. Tickets are going fast. Mecca, you've been listening to this show. Just send an inbox message. I'll try and beg and plead for her symphony. If we can get one more VIP for you, Mecca, because you showed up here on the show and you've been engaging and you really have been doing a phenomenal job in building your business. She's recently MWB certified. She's been watching from the ground up, from the inception of our show, and she's taking the information and using it. That's the best compliment you can give us. Kamau already told you, if you want to consult with Queen Strategy on our regular hourly rate, it might be a challenge for some businesses, but we give you from the ground up complimentary as our give back to the community every other Tuesday for the fourth quarter. Remember, every other Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we brought the best of the best to you to give you the information. We're not holding anything back. When you succeed, we succeed. We're in this together, and we're excited that we can hear testimonies like Mecca and like those of you who have been tuning in and participating. So Nancy, as we're winding down, Danielle has some more comments to share. I want you to share what you want for the business owners that sign up for Black Business Forum 2020. What is your desire? What have you been focusing on and really working towards your involvement in this to see them walk away with?
I think two things. One is walk away at least one thing that you're going to do for your business that night, right? Like, listen carefully. These are going to be solutions, tactics, strategies. So what is one thing? Listen for at least one thing that you can apply to your business immediately. And I think a second thing is what I want is something a little bit bigger picture, is to think economic development is about growing businesses and creating jobs. But let's go a little bit deeper on that. What does that mean? It means the business owner, it means their employees are making good wages, right? And they're getting healthcare, ideally. They're getting benefits. They're getting retirement savings. And what does that all lead to, especially in COVID now? Like, it's just blown open the disparity, right? Across the board of like wealth, income, health, housing, everything. Good jobs, like growing your business, creating jobs means that in your community, there are people who can save for the future and have better housing, have better education, and that is what breaks the cycle of disparity and intergenerational poverty. So think of it that way. There's what can you do for your business, and in doing for your business, you're going to do for your community.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And Stacie, I just want to say thank you, Mecca. I thank you, Alexis. The VIP may be closed for Columbia, but it should not be closed. I haven't looked at the registration this morning, but it should not be closed for the Department of Transportation yet. So I just want to share that.
So make sure you all try that, and then just send a direct message to Queen Strategy. I'll make sure Danielle gets it. So if there's anything that she can open up, membership has its privileges. You've tuned in. You've been a part of From the Ground Up. So we'll make sure that we take care of getting you access. But do us a favor. Share this on your personal pages, whether you put it on your Instagram, you put it on Facebook, you tweet it out. TikTok, my kids have banned me from being on TikTok, but I created an account anyway. Wherever you can share it, share the information so that Black business owners can get this tangible resource. Like the Black Business Forum 2020 Prime for Success is unlike anything that they've attended or they've been to. A lot of us go where it's a lot of information that you have to sort through. This is being sorted through for you. It's giving you every piece to implement as you're listening. You can actually be working. So those of you that have registered, I hope you have your laptops ready. You have your pens and your notebooks, because you in real time can start implementing the information that you're receiving from the experts. You're getting it from the individuals who make the decisions, sign the checks, create procurement, and open up opportunities. So this is where you want to be if you are an MWBE or small business owner. Thursday, October 15th, it's all about Black Business Owners Forum 2020. Prime for Success. Be there or be squared. Who just registered? All right, Alexis. Woo!
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you. I'm so excited about seeing you on Thursday. And the other thing I just want to say is with the Hoover platform, Miss Tanya Reed, my event consultant, she would be upset with me if I didn't say, download the app. Download the app. Because the app, it gives you an opportunity to start connecting and networking with folks now. That's the beauty of it. And that's one of the things that we wanted to ensure, that you have an opportunity, even virtually, to connect and network with one another. So as you signing up, don't forget to download the Hoover app so you can start engaging with each other today.
Absolutely. So I'm going to play the video that Danielle actually has on the site while she's here, because it really speaks to her passion around it as we're winding down the show. Wasn't this a great show? I'm telling you, you need, I'm not just saying it because it's our show. This is great content. And this is great information. Nancy took time out of her schedule. She has a million things going on with Enterprise, but as a partner for this event, she said, I will be there. Kamau is going and giving all the information out for his clients so they can have successful programs and events. But they showed up today because they want to share with you just how excited they are. And Danielle, we're going to play this video so they can hear you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle Douglas, and I am president of Inspire Enterprise. We are a business advisory firm focused on building capacity of minority women business enterprises. As a change agent, we want to be part of the solution. And according to a Bloomberg report, 41% of Black businesses will be no longer as a result of COVID-19. More specifically, a significant number of Black business owners still face significant barriers in obtaining procurement contracts. And with those type of numbers, we understand that Black business owners need help now. We see you, we hear you, you matter. We have customized the day so that you'll have an opportunity to network with like-minded individuals, gain access to valuable information that you can use practically and apply it in your business. And last but not least, valuable resources that you can utilize to take your business to the next level. Let us be your partner by assisting you in taking your business to a new level. Join us on Thursday, October 15th for the one-day virtual event, the Black Business Owners Forum, Primed4Success. Click on the link below to register, and I guarantee you, you don't want to miss it.
All right, right there from Danielle herself. I love it, and I love the backdrop, the transformation, the information that will be shared. I'm excited to be a part of it and to learn as well. I'm a constant student. I never feel like you get to the point where you know everything, because then you'll be resting peacefully somewhere 6 feet under. You want, while you're alive, to be able to continue to learn and grow so that you can sharpen your saw and show up as the best version of who you can be. So Nancy, thank you so much for being here. Kamau, thank you for being here. Any last words from either of you before I turn it over to Danielle to close out our show for today?
I just want to quickly say that also we have information about Primed4Success at the southeastqueenscoop.com. That's Southeast Queens Scoop, like scoop ice cream.com.
And I just want to encourage everyone to register if you can. This is important. It's hands-on. You will feel empowered because you will be able to take a next step to making your business stronger.
Well, I want to say thank you both to Nancy and Kamau for coming on and sharing your thoughts just in general, but even more specifically about the Black Business Owners Forum and why you decided to support this event. And I just want to say to my sponsors, as well as my partners, that they have been such an integral part in ensuring that this event is a success. And I'm just looking forward to seeing you all on Thursday, October 15th. And from my heart to your heart, I hope that it meets and exceeds your expectations and that it will serve as a catalyst for transformation of your business. So I always say, until we meet again, make it happen, be productive, have a phenomenal day. And again, I hope to see you on Thursday.
Thank you, Danielle. And remember, From the Ground Up every other week for the fourth quarter as we close out our first season. So we'll be back on the 27th of October. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.